What's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on, everybody? It's Will, here with the Marvelite podcast, and here we have the regulars with me. We have Luke.
Now, describe regulars.
The people who have been here the most.
Okay, alright, fair enough. What's up, everybody?
Yep, got my regular co-host, Luke. We got my boy up from the Magic White North, Michael, a.k.a. Failable 34.
I believe that's me. How's it going, eh?
Is it A?
And we got the return of Naughty Nick from the West
Yep,
Coast.
I have returned from somewhere. I don't know. Where was I last week?
Yeah,
He was in the shadow
hiding
realm.
in a hole because all of the DCEU fanboys are out for your head right now.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, everyone. I was getting so much hate last week. I don't know what happened. It was so weird.
Hate us because they ain't. Nah, dude, we need you on the show, man.
Hate us because they ain't us.
When we're coasting off that Marvel high, you got to bring us down and make us think like deeply about the films.
You gotta have an angel on your shoulder, a devil, and then a Nick just
like-
on your head.
No,
I like that
you
one
know, so-
guy will be in the comment section calling us Marvel bias. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, bud, but this is a Marvel podcast.
No, someone said that I was toxic to this podcast because I have a contrarian viewpoint. Like what?
I mean, you're allowed to have an opinion. You're not like Alan Moore.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that we have a cool episode in store for you guys, regardless of who's on the podcast.
And how little news we have.
Yeah, actually, we have very little news. So I think we're actually just, beside the news and some viewer questions, I believe we're just going to talk about a topic. I don't know if you guys want to talk about that now or kind of hold off, but I think it needs to be dealt with.
We can bring it up once we're done with the main topic.
All right, cool-do. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. I'll hand it over to you. But right now, it's four of us. We got four main topics. And you know what else? Miles Teller wants to do Fantastic Four 2 because
Oh my god.
because clearly that movie War Dogs will just make no money.
I was
Not with the
having a
star
good
power of
day,
Jonah
man.
Hill.
Why'd you have to just tell me that, dude?
Not with the star power of Fat Jonah Hill.
Okay, guys, I know this is completely unrelated, but when I went to go use the restroom before we started, I just happened to catch. Someone sent me this link saying that Sony lost a bunch of money on the Ghostbusters film, and apparently they're not going to greenlight a sequel now. Like they didn't even
And
come.
a surprise
they
to
didn't even,
absolutely no one.
They didn't even come close. Apparently, they lost 170 mil out of this film.
No
Yeah,
way.
they did.
Yeah, and it was like $140 million budget.
Mind you, that was supposed to be the start of a franchise.
Yep.
You know,
Yep, and
Fan Forced it.
Yep. Sony said that they're probably just going to reduce the franchise and the universe down to an animated series and an animated movie.
Dude, that's like Fantastic.
Yeah, which I guess is the topic right now. So,
Yeah, what is the
Is it
topic
really
of
the
discussion?
topic? Because it was a film that technically happened, as in people got paid and cameras rolled, and like we saw it. But did it really happen?
I think
Like,
it was
it's
all
almo-
just a figment of our imagination.
Yeah, it's kind of ethereal at this point. It's like
poor
it was
Josh
like-
Trank.
It feels like a foregone dream.
Poor Josh Trank. Poor Kate Mara pooping herself on set.
Did she actually poop herself?
Yeah,
no.
no,
Yeah.
she actually
That-
did that, dude.
That was sad.
No,
actually.
she had a Michael Chiklis on set.
Yeah,
Did she,
dude. Yeah, she actually pooped herself on set,
She-
dude.
Oh my god, like the
At
thing
least she
in the
didn't
old
triple
Fantastic
herself.
Four. God damn
To
it.
my Misfit fans out there.
Dude, how did Josh Trank cost $100,000 worth of property damage to the house he was staying at?
His weed
It's
was,
because
like,
he got
extra
high on the
dank.
meth from the miscellaneous costs, and then he did the damage.
Apparently, the owner of the house said that he was sort of defacing like all of their family photos that were on the wall.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh! What was he defacing them with? His his script?
I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, his dog cost the house a lot of damage too. So there's just a whole bunch of stuff, and I know that I think they came to a settlement though, and he had to pay so
What type
much.
of fucking dog does he have?
I think he had to pay like $20,000 or something like that.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Speaking of a lot of money, Miles Teller though, I don't co-sign those comments, man. I don't.
No, but I guess like the question is really to ask is like, is there going to be a sequel? Rather,
Hell no.
So you don't think that's going to happen at all?
Not in the slight. You want to know why?
Why?
Who are they going to recast Johnny Storm as?
A white
No one's
guy?
as charismatic as Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, dude,
we'll go into
yeah.
uproar.
Would that be so hilarious if they did do a sequel and they recast him as a white guy?
I was gonna say that. I'm like, that would be the funniest thing if they recast him as a white dude.
And they just try to play it off as if he was white in the first one.
Yeah, with his black father.
Oh, we didn't say he was adopted. What?
And you know what? I wouldn't put it past Fox and Simon Kinberg because they're that stupid. They probably would.
You know what? Fox timelines are so broken, it probably would happen.
Probably. I like how Kinberg was like, yeah, I really still want to make a sequel with these guys. Like literally 24 hours later, Michael B. Jordan goes to Marvel.
Yeah.
Wait, but why does everyone that was involved with this movie that says they want to make a sequel, why do they keep saying that there's this rich story to be told of these characters? Like, was there anything great?
There was no story in that film.
What was rich about that robot guy with the cape?
Are you talking about the trash can with the trash bag wrapped around it?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
There was. Did that film have a story? It was like 4 people go to
That
a
film
place.
was like a high school
They leave
like
the
fan
place.
fiction.
Dude, no, I've read fan fiction better than that.
Yeah. Oh God, that movie's just horrible. Why did we choose to talk about this?
In fact,
Okay,
in fact,
I think
I'm pretty sure-
we instead of just going about like everything about that movie because it really opens a can of worms.
No, but we gotta do if they did make a sequel, what should they do though?
What should they do?
what-
They should
Mole
make
Man.
it and then throw it away in a vault somewhere at Fox.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, didn't they kill Mole Man? So he's gone.
Yeah, bring back Roger Corman.
Oh, actually, no. You know what they should do though? Seriously, if they actually
Save the
want to
whole
go with the
franchise.
franchise still.
What's
What?
that?
If Fox, because we've talked about this a bunch of times on several Marvelites, try and do some shit where they go into space. They have their movie, and at the end of the movie, they get into the MCU somehow
Right.
via Infinity War or some fucking wormhole,
Secret War.
and just let them go
That's
into
not
the
hard
universe
to do.
and do
Just
their
use
thing.
the reality gem. Bam. The whole reasoning done.
Done.
Make a freaking passable movie. That's it, and then do that.
Honestly, Marvel could straight up play it off as just like, who are you? We're the Fantastic Four. How'd you get here? A Celestial did it.
No,
They're the Fant
I
Force
don't. I don't honestly think it should go that route. If they're they're going to come back home anyways. I don't know. I feel like if Fox is smart, they'll give the rights back or sell the rights back to Marvel. I just don't know what that piece of garbage was that they presented to us. It was just
You're
absolute
asking
garbage.
a lot of Fox here.
But
And
but are they
honestly, like the first 20 minutes of the film wasn't that bad. Like it really.
I think it was bad once the time skip happened.
I think you just have a bad taste in your mouth after this year's comic book movies. And you're trying to be lenient because your hopes are already pretty low.
No, but is there any hope for a Fantastic Four film in the future? Like, is the brand? It seems like the brand is poisoned though.
Tainted, yeah.
3.
Once you have 4 flops in a row that consecutively
Yeah.
got worse over time.
yeah.
Which that's actually a pretty impressive feat that you had 2 reboots and you managed to still actually do worse than before.
I just think that these characters in their universe deserve a lot of love, care, and attention, and they need to be handled delicately. You don't need hack writers and hack directors who don't know what the fuck they're doing on set telling a story like this, because that's what's happened time and time again, and I'm sick of it. I want good stories. I want good character development. Like, they just need to give us that, and I feel like Marvel Studios could provide that for us. I don't think that a sequel is even possible at this point.
Honestly, let Jon Favreau do it.
That honestly, that would be really cool.
Jon Favreau could probably body it.
No, dude, they should get Brad Bird to do it.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
Honestly,
you mean
like,
The Incredibles 2?
like I'm at the point now where I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but just fucking let me do the film. Like, I will
You
do
have
it
no
justice.
You could do it
screenwriting or
for cheap.
directing
I
experience.
will do it seriously for cheap. Just pay off my house, and I'm good to go. Like, pay off my house, give me a little bit of
give
money,
me some Marlboros and some
Yeah.
Skittles, and we're good.
enough money to pay off my house, and maybe buy a new car, and I'm good.
Yeah,
Just
but you
let
don't
me-
have experience directing or screenwriting.
That's what
Well,
assistant
neither does
directors
Josh
are for,
Trank, and he
because
did it.
Assistant directors are the ones that do all the work. Nick,
No,
come on
no,
now.
Nick.
Oh, you're right, actually.
But you gotta
Come
know how
on
to
now.
work with the studio and
Everyone knows
prep
that the
everything.
assistant directors are the actual directors. All right, they're the ones
You know
that
what they should
actually do
do?
all the footwork.
They should
I'm
just hire fans to work on films.
well.
No,
Yeah.
No, what?
No, that okay. I get where you're coming from, Michael, because
yeah, I see what you mean.
I think that idea just comes out of anger and frustration, because at this point I'm so angry and frustrated with this franchise that I don't trust anyone else to do it but me. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like I
just hire someone. Just hire someone to not
can't
do
have
anything but just
diehard
watch the
fans do
progress
it.
of the movie and say if you fuck up or not. That's it.
You can't have die-hard fans do it, because then at that point you're just doing fan fiction.
You mean you're making
But it does-
Deadpool? Because that's what Deadpool was. That was a movie by the fans for the fans. Like,
well, it needs to be someone who also gives a shit about the character.
well, exactly,
Zack
and
Snyder.
that's why Deadpool was good, and that's why it worked. No, Nick, stop trolling. You know, like Ryan Reynolds loves Deadpool. The director and both of the writers love Deadpool. They love the X-Men. They love comic books. That's why it worked. You don't need someone who like an indie director who is inexperienced, and you don't need
You leave Spider-Man
you don't need
Homecoming out
corporate
of this.
producers and writers like Simon Kinberg who are just yes men to Fox Studios who will just do anything that they tell them to. No, that needs to
Dude,
not
Simon
happen.
Kinberg is an awful screenwriter.
No, seriously, I don't know. Like when you go back and look at the Days of X-Men Apocalypse, like that. Like I know it didn't come out that long ago,
Days of
but,
Future
that
Apocalypse.
film was just very much like 2000s. Like it was just ugh.
Definitely.
Like I don't know. Like there was so much about that film that really just made me angry. It wasn't my X-Men. Like none of these films really have been my X-Men. But I guess we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
We should probably get out of here before we.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
Actually,
enough
speaking
Fantastic
of X-Men,
Four.
don't we have news that Xavier is supposed to be quote unquote different for the Wolverine?
Yes,
movie
yes,
that's
yes.
still a
So-
thing happening.
So apparently he talked a little bit about his new take on Professor Xavier, and you know, just so everyone knows, I do love Sir Patrick Stewart, and I think he is excellent at that role. But you know, I think all good things have an end, and this is what he said about the film, and I'm going to elaborate on this. So he said, and I quote, "I would imagine this is probably the end of this franchise for me. But the thing about science fiction and fantasy is that you can never say ever." It's the end. It's over. And he also went on to say, this will be a very different take on Charles Xavier, nothing like the Charles Xavier you've seen in the past. Okay, I have one word for that.
He'll walk.
No, I have
Afro.
I have one word. All right, and hopefully that this is it when he says a very different Charles Xavier. What I'm getting from this is one word, and that word is onslaught.
Okay, you fucking read my mind.
No, I say that with a question mark because I don't
Yeah.
know, but he's saying a very different Charles Xavier. Nothing like the Charles Xavier you've seen in the past. That, to me, screams onslaught. And since this is very much going to be his last film, and this is Hugh Jackman's last film as the Wolverine, what if we do actually get onslaught?
You think so, man?
Fox's version of Onslaught. Okay.
You think Fox?
I
Is gonna
know
hit
you're
the fucking
excited
shit
for
up
that.
fan button?
I think at this point, like it's Sir Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman. It's going to be their last outing as these characters forever. Maybe they're just going to actually let them do what they want and listen to them and say, okay, yeah, we want to do something crazy. What's a good idea? Where could we take Professor Xavier? Oh, I don't know. Let's make him this big red fucking monster. Like, I don't know.
Elmo?
But see, like the only thing is like I don't know how that would work exactly.
It wouldn't.
Exactly. So,
But it'll be
Onslaught?
completely contrived and hilarious.
with a question mark, we don't
Dude, this
know.
is Old Man Logan, though, this storyline.
I think it's probably going to be some weird amalgamation of Old Man Logan. See, like they said that it's going to be set in the future, but is it going to be another timeline?
If they make another timeline,
No, this is the
swear,
Deadpool timeline. Like, this is the current timeline.
Yeah, who knows, dude?
Legend
They're-
of Zelda doesn't have timelines this broken.
like these timelines are all extremely fucky. Like they're just bad.
It's because Simon Kinberg wrote them.
And the thing is, too, is like they didn't intentionally write these timelines. It's just that their continuity was so bad they had to try to fix it, and they didn't end up fixing it. Okay, well, I take it back. They ended up fixing a few things, but they didn't actually end up fixing everything. Instead, they created more problems. I think I think I counted while I was watching X-Men: Days of Future Past. I was as I was watching the film, I was kind of analyzing it. I was like, okay, they fixed this, and this, but toward the end of the film, I'm like, oh wait, no, you guys actually just messed this, and this up. So when you were trying to fix all of it, you didn't. You actually created even more problems, even more continuity errors and plot holes. Like I don't understand it. It was just bad. Bad.
Like at the end of Days of Future Past when Mystique takes Wolverine, but then he's suddenly at the Weapon X thing.
Oh yeah, and then also too, they never elaborate on that in X-Men Apocalypse at all. Like there was no payoff. There was no payoff for that. Oh, I guarantee you that we'll get some in the comments. Like it's whatever. Like people who have been listening to us since the beginning just know I'm not a fan of anything Fox does with the comic book stuff.
Yeah, like diehard DC fans.
No,
I was going to ask him, like, are there diehard Fox fans, like, for DC?
No, there's
I don't think Sony has diehard fans, and Tassim is one of my favorite superhero movies.
I don't think they're diehard fans. I think they're just one or two buddies who just say, yeah, those films weren't that bad.
So Sony has, Sony, we have complacent fans. It's like, yeah, we'll take what we can get, I guess.
Yeah, and we'll have those people who will say, bullshit, you guys are full of shit. They're so much superior to the MCU films. It's like, okay, whatever.
Hey, man, if you love them so much, make a video. Post it on the internet.
Yeah, I mean...
Start a podcast. Suck a dick. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's the one thing that doesn't get me is like, oh, you guys are just Marvel biased fans. And it's like, well, one, we're a Marvel podcast. Well, yeah. Two, we're a podcast. Podcasts are for sharing your openly your ideas, your concepts, and your opinions. And that's what they're about. And
well, dude,
we're comic fans here.
Yeah, but I mean, like even a fan can see through some bullshit.
Well, yeah,
Kevin Smith has Fat Man on Batman, and even he, when he reviewed BVS, was just like, yeah.
Like, there's a difference between a fan and a fanboy with blinders on, and.
Yeah, that's why we host this podcast. It's called the Marvelite. That's why we sit here and host a weekly podcast where we talk about how much we love Marvel. Like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be biased. Like the entire inception of this of this podcast,
except for
biased.
Nick, he floats between worlds like Crisis.
Right, you kind of do. Now that being said, I do like DC. I am not very impressed with what they've been doing in the films, but I do like and I do read good. DC. But anyways, I think we're getting a little off topic here.
Yeah, what's the next? What do we?
What's the next goodies from Marvel?
Oh my God, Luke Cage.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of us here are of black descent.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that Luke Cage trailer, though,
right?
Yo, sweet Christmas.
I actually say that unironically, and it bothers me, and I swear it's from Jessica Jones.
I just have to say one thing: base Marvel for giving him a tiara.
I knew, and one of my friends was like badgering me about it for the longest time. He's like, but I want to see Luke Cage with the tiara and bracelets. I'm like, here's how they're going to do it. When he's in the facility and he finally decides to break out, that's what he's going to be wearing. And boom, that's exactly what they did. Because that's the only way to pull that off in a modern context without him looking silly as shit.
Yeah.
Watch him like on the last episode be like, you know what, man? Fuck it. And he just walks out to the final battle at that.
I like the way that he's kind of portrayed, because he does the right thing, but he is low-key ambivalent about it.
Yeah, like
he's like, I don't have to, but I guess I will.
And I will
also, like, go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick, like the cinematography of this actually looks the best, I think, out of the 3 that have been presented so far. Which is Daredevil season 1 and 2 and Jessica Jones. I feel like this has the best.
I might be able to see that.
This probably has the best cinematography I've seen. I mean, just from like the camera angles and shots are just really compelling. I think. I'm
excited for Misty Knight.
I'm excited for everything about this one. This is
true.
Yeah, seriously, this and Iron Fist are my 2 most look forward to out of the Netflix stuff. But,
actually, they did do something really, really cool with the cinematography where they had Copperhead in front of the Biggie poster.
Yeah.
Talking about
that was really cool, yeah.
Kings ruling the city. I'm like, okay, that's a really dope shot.
No, yeah, it was not only dope, but I feel like here's how I feel about the villain Cottonmouth. They've taken a way to kind of bring him into the modern era, because if you go back and look at that character from the Silver Age, he was kind of really weird looking. He kind of had like this snake thing on his head. It was really cool, but I just don't. It definitely wouldn't work, especially in the Netflix universe. They took away and they modernized him, and I think that he will be the Harlem sort of even grittier, probably maybe even more menacing version of Kingpin, and I think so because I think that this character looks like he's purely out for blood, not just power. Mm-hmm. Like he looks like he looks
ruthless.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Kingpin is ruthless, but Kingpin had a little bit of humanity. I don't think that Cottonmouth will have an ounce of humanity in him, and I think that will make him that much more menacing versus Kingpin.
So he'll have no love interest to hold him back for most of the season?
He has to have some sort of leverage to him as a character.
Yeah.
Because when I was watching the trailer, I'm like, all right, how are they going to make Cottonmouth threatening? Because Luke Cage is bulletproof. He could just smash his head like a watermelon. Like,
he's going to hold something against him.
Yeah, he has to have some way to threaten
a MacGuffin, basically.
Yeah.
You think he might have Jessica? But he can't have her.
I don't know. So we saw Claire Temple.
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, Rosario Dawson comes back as Claire Temple. Looks like she's going to be in at least a couple of these episodes, and she's such a delight. Like I love
her.
I
so
love
nice
her
to
too.
Look at, man. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, no, she's drop dead gorgeous, but she's also a great person and a great actress.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Get Rosario on the podcast.
Please.
That would be amazing if she actually joined the podcast. But no, it was a cool trailer, man. I just reacted to it earlier today. Feel free to check out the links down below. But
now, did you do a genuine reaction? Like, was this your first time seeing it?
Oh, dude, I only produce genuine reactions, man. I don't. Why would I do one if it's not genuine?
That's
for
good.
Me, at least, I wouldn't do
That's
that.
That's good. It wasn't a trick question. I was just trying to get you to plug your channel.
Are you trying to? Are the feds here? No, it was cool, man. I again, in this trailer, we got some more dope music. I'm really looking forward to the soundtrack, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm buying that soundtrack day one.
Dude, it's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah.
Which one do you think will have the better hip hop soundtrack, Luke Cage or Suicide Squad?
I don't know, Nick. What do you
Mind
think?
you, I like Suicide Squad soundtrack. But
I liked it like half of the time when it wasn't too jarring or didn't seem right.
What do you guys think Ludella Hahn thinks of the trailer?
You should hit her up on Twitter, bro.
No.
Well, Nick, you've been mad silent, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's a good trailer. Yeah, it's good.
It's a fairly urban trailer, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, it's very urban. Wow.
Did Luke Cage just get Nick approved?
I think Nick gave the check mark.
I said I agree. Yeah, okay.
No, I'm saying, like, how do you feel about this soundtrack versus the Suicide Squad soundtrack?
Well, it seems like this show, it seems like it'll fit better on the show rather than just being placed into the movie.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Copy and pasted YouTube to MP3.
Especially since you have legendary music artists producing this soundtrack for the show. That makes me that much more excited. I'm so excited for the soundtrack alone. So I don't know. I'm hype. I'm really hype about this. I really enjoyed this trailer. Mm-hmm. Cottonmouth looks cool. I'm glad that Rosario Dawson is coming back as Claire Temple. I cannot wait. I guess she's like it. Would you consider her character Night Nurse 1 or Night Nurse 2? Because she's technically Night Nurse. Like their intentions was to make her literally Night Nurse from the comics. But since Marvel Studios was like, we're putting her in Doctor Strange. So is there just like two Night Nurses in that universe? Like,
there's been multiple in the comics, weren't there?
Yeah. There's been more than one.
Yeah,
so I mean, is it? But which one is which? Since are we going off chronologically? Who came first, or are we going off of like, which one's going to be in the movie versus which one's not?
Passing down the Night Nurse man.
I'm actually just going to say, just because I'm kind of a fanboy of Rosario Dawson, that she's going to be Night Nurse 1 in my eyes, or Night Nurse A.
in my eyes,
Rachel McAdams will just be Night Nurse 2/B. I'm excited to see what they do with her in Doctor Strange, where they take her character. But this is the like Rosario Dawson, like she was absolutely perfect as Night Nurse in the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was really good. I mean, she was not only there to help push the plot, but she was there to give advice to both Matt Murdock and to Luke Cage. So
I think she'll be crucial for Defenders coming up.
Oh, absolutely. There's no
considering she helped save Luke's life at the end of Jessica Jones.
She'll be the landline to the Avengers.
She'll give us the name. She'll be the Coulson. Oh shit! Is she gonna die in Defenders?
Oh no,
that would be really sad,
dude. That would piss me off. I would go like full rage if they kill off Rosario Dawson.
Then they would call the other night nurse.
Yeah, and then if they got Rachel McAdams from the movie. Like, we need you to come down here for a cameo.
Main continuity, we need you.
They could probably get her too.
Yeah, I mean, if they can afford Rosario Dawson, that's a pretty big name, I'd say.
Well, they have 50.
I know people want her for the new Star Trek show.
I know the initial deal was $50 million per show, and I think that included budget and casting. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is gonna take place? Where is Luke Cage gonna take place exactly again?
In the timeline, or in
where like citywide,
geographically? Okay, it takes place in New York City in Harlem.
In Harlem, okay.
Yeah.
And Queens is not too far away from there, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true.
And both of those in New York is filled with black people. You know who else is black?
Who?
Bokeem Woodbine.
Oh God!
Oh my God! The swift transitions.
Who is apparently or allegedly our Shocker, and Michael Chernus has been revealed as the Tinker. The Bokeem Woodbine one, I think, is rumored, if not confirmed.
My God, when is the casting for this film going to end?
It's literally not.
Well, I mean, they were already cast, but
their
serious. Roles just were revealed.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I wouldn't be surprised if the movie comes out and we get like more like actors like being like casted.
The hybrid network.
So that pretty much.
How did we get in the movie?
That pretty much confirms Spider-Man 3 2.0 is happening.
Spider-Man 3 2. Don't worry, we got it right this time.
Isn't there another unknown villain too? The guy from Far Cry is still.
Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna be Kraven, fam.
Okay, so if that's the case, if he's Kraven, that will make 4 villains for this film. Oh my God! This is gonna give
me anxiety.
It kind of makes me a little nervous, to be honest with you. I mean,
dude, if this film sucks, I swear to God.
There's no hope for a Spider-Man film if this
There's literally no. Just put Miles next time. Fuck it. Just do it.
No, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck even that. Just do 2099.
No. The thing is, like, in order to keep Spider-Man, though, they have to. So let's just say that this movie is bad and it bombs and doesn't make that much. Okay, I don't think it'll bomb, and I don't think it'll be received like amazingly to critics, but I think it will be a success. But if for some reason it's not, Marvel still has to make another movie by 2019 or 2020 in order to keep the character at Marvel.
Yeah, it is by 2019.
Because if they don't, it'll go back to Sony, and Sony will fucking reboot again. And
Did
we
you
don't
guys realize that.
Worse if they give
as long I think I'm praying that Homecoming does what TASM 2 messed up is like introduce a villain, have it only be there for a segment, and that's it. Then you have the main villain, then you have another one at the end for a segment to lead into the next film.
I think if you're okay, for example, I like the Tinkerer.
2 small ones and a main one.
I like the Tinkerer and I like the Shocker, if anything, because you know how they were talking about in the past of like, oh, we still have Sinister Six on the table. If they're going to do it now, you might as well make it an MCU. You might as well make it an MCU version of the Sinister Six, and the way you could do that, you could do that. Herman Schultz kind of assembles his own, little cabal, I guess, of villains, and Tinkerer and Shocker are the first 2 that he comes into.
Superior 6.
Yeah, basically Superior 6, but it's not
superior foes. My bad.
But it's not like the full version of Sinister Six or Superior Foes. It's kind of a half-assed version, and they're not in the film for very long. Like, I would actually be happy to just see maybe like Herman Schultz, Shocker robbing a bank in the beginning of the film, and then like the first 5 or 10 minutes, and you see Spider-Man pretty much like you have to like chase him down, capture him, and basically throw him in jail, and then that's it. We don't see him again for the rest of the film. Like, I would be okay with that. Like if he was put in there for that purpose, I would be fine, because I still get to see the character I want, and it still leaves a lot of room for Michael Keaton's character to come into play. And actually, have him be the focus. So if you kind of want to put Tinkerer, kind of foreshadow him in the future, have Shocker in there for maybe like an opening scene, or maybe just a bank heist scene. Like, I would be completely okay with that. But just please don't make these two like main villains along with the Vulture. Like, that would be a bad idea.
I got an idea, actually, is kind of playing off that, is that you have Herman Schultz at the start, just as a regular bank robber, but and that's who Peter catches, like, first near the opening, and then you do with Vulture, and at the end, you have Peter, like, kind of going away after saving the day and being a hero and shit, and catching Tinkerer. Tinkerer meets up with Herman Schultz, and he says, hey, I have an idea for these gauntlets when we get out of here. Might be able to help us out. And that's how you get Shocker.
Okay.
That'd
And just have that be like a stinger at the end of the film.
Okay.
Or like a mid-credit scene or something.
Yeah.
That way they're easily dealt with. They're in and out really
Vulture
fast.
Vulture breaks him out of prison. I'm assembling a task force.
Tips Fedora.
I need people like you with a special set of skills.
Yeah.
Can you jump really high?
Yeah. What about you, Nick? Does that kind of make you worry at all? Like of how many villains are in the film? Like, would you want like?
Because I know you're not super excited for it, but I do want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
For
Homecoming.
they're pulling a Tasm again.
You think so?
God.
Like, honestly, with this cast, it's freaking huge. Potentially that could happen. As much as I don't like to think that or say it, like, I can't rule it out as a possibility that this might not actually
This
turn out.
could be a disaster.
Yeah, it could be a disaster given the fact that, like, I like John Watts. He has a lot of potential. I've seen a few of his movies. They're really good, but he is an indie director. He's never handled a massive budget like this before. I hope he doesn't end up like Josh Trank. I
can already
I
picture
just-
his
I
tweets
want-
and his
I
drafts
hope-
right now saying, I had this vision of a movie.
Yeah.
I hope Marvel is hand-holding him as much as possible through this.
I hope that they're holding his hand and they're guiding him through the process. And I know that Kevin Feige is on set and he's heavily involved with.
He's rewriting the script daily on set.
No, that's not
It
happening.
has extensive reshoots.
Yeah, that's
Also,
that's
can,
what Simon Kinberg did to Josh Trank.
Can I note the fact that actually Luke and I called the villains for this movie?
We did.
Because you called Vulture and I called Shocker.
Yep.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, Mysterio is going to pop up whether it be a cameo or like a freaking news clip.
He was already in
this,
cameos in the last 3 films, or in the Raimi trilogy.
Oh yeah, because he was Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell was Mysterio.
Spider-Man 4 confirmed it.
Yes.
Wait,
No wonder he
isn't-
had all those jobs. He had to pay for all that Mysterio tech somehow.
Wait, the villains, doesn't this line up with that rumored plot from a while ago, or?
I would have to go back and look, but I remember we did that episode.
Oh, the script that leaked?
Yeah, like 10 episodes
script
ago,
leak.
man. We did.
Oh,
we-
that was a fun script.
Yeah, CJ read off that
Yeah.
almost that entire script. If you guys want to go check that out, I forget what episode it was, but if you guys can find it, go and listen to it because it was very interesting, and it sounded like it sounded like a solid like B+ to A- kind of film. Like
It
sounded
needed like one more draft cleaning and it would have been good.
yeah, it would have been good. Like if that's anything near of what we're getting. I think we're in for a fun ride. We really are. Like
A
Suicide
fun
Squad.
afternoon at the film movies?
Yeah, like Suicide Squad.
No,
Oh,
like
it's
an actual
episode
decent
32.
superhero
Go back
movie.
and listen to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's legit like 12 episodes ago, dude.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
No, but it had that story had the Tinkerer and Shocker.
It did have
It
him,
did.
that's right.
It did.
And it
So-
did have Michael Keaton, too.
Yes, it did. It did. So if
All the stuff in that script revolving around like the homecoming theme, like and the ending around that. I don't want to spoil it for anyone if they didn't read it, but like it sounds fun, man.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Again, I hope it's a good film, but I think we have some viewer questions to get to.
Wait,
Oh,
Luke,
yeah.
didn't you have a topic that you wanted to bring up?
Nope.
Change your mind?
Yep. I don't want to get mad anymore.
Okay.
Wait, what's the topic? We gotta bring it up.
No, I'm not bringing it up.
He's triggered, man. Leave
It's
him alone.
about the new Ghost Rider comic that's coming out, The Return of Robbie Reyes.
No, actually, it wasn't about that. But yeah, I am pretty hyped about that comic coming out.
Wait, no, what is the
I'll
topic
give it
though?
a
We
shot.
gotta bring.
Well,
Huh?
that was it, legit. I believe it was Robbie Reyes getting his own
No,
comic
we have
series.
time. Yeah, we gotta go.
No, actually, we don't have time.
Well, guys, as you can see, they both do know what to. He simply can, and
Next
the other
episode.
can simply cannot.
Next episode, I'll go full rage mode. I know you guys love that.
Okay. Well, for now, we do have some viewer questions to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got quite a few from Waru, as usual.
Don't
Thanks,
forget.
man. At
Hashtag
least
Ask
someone-
Marvelite.
At least someone shows us love down in the comment section. But, The first question is, are you guys watching Avengers Assemble Ultron Revolution? It's actually above average, and I really like the episode with Kamala and Inferno.
Oh, I didn't know that those
I'm
characters are in there.
Yeah, I'll watch it for those two. I'll give that episode a chance.
Like
I am watching Ultimate Spider-Man.
Waru, come on, man. You know that I don't like those cartoons. You know that I don't like them. Especially, I'm not going to lie, I got extremely salty when I found out what was going to be in Earth's Mightiest Hero Season 3. Oh my god, that sounded amazing.
We had this
They're gonna do
conversation
the
like every
cosmic.
couple months, man.
Weren't they going to do they were going to do the Watchers, the Power Cosmic.
Fantastic Four, I think.
No, they were going to do the
I'm-
Shi'ar Empire War.
Yeah, they were.
I'm
My
still-
god!
I'm still pissed
because
about them.
remember in
replacing
season
Keaton.
2, they alluded to Civil War happening,
and they totally rushed Galactus.
yeah, oh yeah, that was just bad because
Did they cancel it before the cosmic season?
Yeah,
Wow,
it's terrible.
that's-
We would have gotten more Guardians of the Galaxy. We would have probably
Yeah,
gotten
man.
Inhumans, more X-Men.
Inhumans were confirmed. They had. There's
Dude,
like
we were
if you go
getting
online,
Monica
there's
They
a-
were
you can find a
no,
ton of
yeah,
stuff.
because it was going to feature Dark Phoenix, was going to feature the Phoenix Force, Dark Phoenix, the Enigma Force, Power Cosmic. Like there was going to be so much good stuff in that.
Yeah, the Badoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
because
were going to do
Wolverine
the
and the X-Men
Kree.
was in the same universe.
They were going to do the
But you know
Kree
what we got
Skrull
instead
War.
though? We got Avengers Assemble. So
Oh
it's worth.
god,
I don't watch any of the shows, so
no,
You're not missing
I
anything.
don't either. You're not missing anything.
What
Anyways,
about you, Mark?
next question.
Yeah. So if you had to kill off 2 members of the new champions team, then who would they be? Who's on that team again? I already
Honestly,
know one of them.
I can't tell you. I don't even know who's on that team, to be honest.
Let me pull it up.
it's the Vision, Daughter, Amadeus, Hulk, Kamala, Miles, Sam, Alexander, and Cyclops.
Uh,
Is
All
that-
right, I'm killing.
by Sam and Cyclops.
Yep. I was gonna say that actually. You read my mind.
I would kill.
Miles?
Probably.
No,
That's
you would never.
racist.
Yeah, you would never kill Miles, Michael.
I would kill
Everyone
Miles just
loves
because
Miles.
you know what, man.
Why don't you
Even
do a
if his
Miles
look is
cosplay?
average.
You could
I
pull it
want to
off.
so bad. Like I was literally just talking about it
I do
earlier,
too.
like, if I go to like San Diego Comic Con next year, and I think I will cosplay as Miles Morales. Like fuck it.
Nice.
I've been meaning to because I have.
What
a
about the
friend
New
who's
York
like-
con?
Oh
New York
yeah,
Con,
you-
I think
that's
that's too
something.
soon.
That's something we haven't officially announced yet.
Oh, why, Nick? Why are you letting the cat out the bag?
Oh, we
Well-
did though. Like,
Well, fuck it. I guess everyone knows now. Hybrid Network is officially going to New York Comic Con this year. So, if any of you guys are going to be in that area and want to hang out, just let us know. Get a hold of us, and we'll try to meet up and go hang out. And
yeah, they'll do that. They're just talking. I'm just talking. That they can do that. I'll be at hanging out and you know.
I won't be there.
Nick
I'll
will be in the Funko
sure.
line for me, right, buddy?
no, Michael, you'll be there, so you'll be in the Funko line.
I know. Fine.
Someone has to be.
While I'm out getting my comic book signed.
Yeah. But Nick, what about you? Who'd you kill off the new champions team?
I would get Mark Waid off the book, and then you know.
Ooh.
Wow, Nick's
Wow,
through
stab
those
at Mark
comes.
Wade. You remember when you met him a couple years ago
Yeah,
at WonderCon?
yeah, I met him with Richard and Holly when they were still there.
Yep.
That's,
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Wow, that's yeah.
Michael, who would you kill?
Yeah, I think I'd kill Miles.
Damn, bro.
Damn.
Legit.
MJF.
There can only be one.
What about who else? You gotta kill 2 of them.
2, the second one. Oof. Let's kill Cho.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I like
Amadeus
Amadeus.
Choke.
I'm sorry, but
Amadeus Cholk. I like him too much.
Amadeus Cholk. Never forget.
Never forget when we called that shit like 6 months before
Yeah,
they announced
buddy.
it. Yeah.
We're actually pretty good at predicting shit.
Yeah, I know.
yo, guys, man, we have to get our credit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
Like,
want.
go back and listen to those old podcasts, everybody. We'll predict quite a lot of shit.
I want royalties. All right.
But,
next question.
Now that we have Eternals, is that still going to be Thanos' race, and will they still be an offshoot of humans? Isn't he a Titan though?
Who's this question from?
This is from Path Unwritten.
Path
okay.
Unwritten 5. Thank you, actually, for submitting a question. I don't think we've ever answered one of your questions before.
Yeah. Isn't he not a Celestial?
Let's see here.
Or not an
No,
Eternal?
he's
Or-
no he. Thanos is a Titan. He comes from Titans.
Yeah.
They are related to the Eternals, though.
Yeah, they are. He's a mutant Eternal superhuman.
Basically.
So he's related, but he's not one of them.
They're like sister cousins twice removed.
Maybe. It depends.
It's like spaced West Virginians.
Since they're introducing Eternals in Thor Ragnarok, which I predicted a couple episodes ago, that
We get it,
Thor
Luke, you're a god.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok is going to be the most lore-heavy film in Phase 3.
Better be.
Depending on how much of a hand they play, they could be there to set the stage for Infinity War. We have to see, because I think that they said Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther will be the two films that will set the stage for that. So I think you can expect a lot of lore and a lot of world building. I know, I can't believe that we're in Phase 3 and there's still world building. That's insane, but
Gotta do it.
you got to do it. Anyways, I don't know. That's an interesting question, actually. I guess we'll kind of just have to wait and see.
Yeah, but will they still be an offshoot of humans?
Probably not. I don't think they're going to go that route. They're probably going to go pure cosmic with this.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is fine by me.
Which keep in mind, because for some reason I still have to remind people, just remember that the MCU is an Elseworld, plain and simple. It's the cinematic universe. It is within the Marvel. It is within the Marvel pantheon of the multiverse. So I mean, it exists in the Marvel multiverse, but it is not by any means the imagination. The Marvel universe. In the Marvel universe would be Earth 616. So just keep that in mind. That's why I never really get too upset when they change things around, when they change characters or genders or races or things like that, or backstories. It's whatever. It's an Elseworld. It's an interesting Elseworld, and it's a good Elseworld. Unlike some movie franchises who don't produce good Elseworlds, but
No, the other franchise
Hey, you
only
leave
takes
Icon Comics
Elseworlds.
out of this.
wait, what'd you say, Nick?
The only franchise only uses Elseworlds in video games for inspiration.
yeah. With that is the unnamed franchise, but they have a couple of characters in there.
It rhymes with DC.
Oh, wait, what is it? What is it? What rhymes with DC? Fuck.
Dark Horse. No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, I see what you did there. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
So, next question from
We got
Warren.
more, eh?
Do you think it was a stupid idea to send the 5 original X-Men from the past to the present in the comics?
Yes.
I'm going to let Luke go last on this one.
Oh, alright.
Do I think it was stupid? Kinda, yeah, because in the comics, as far as I can tell, the X-Men are still busted as shit there, too. So, just fix your damn characters, man. Get your shit together. Get it together, X-Men. What about you, Michael?
I'm gonna have to go ahead and veto on this one. I can't discuss this.
What about you, Nick?
I haven't read X-Men comics in about a decade, so
Wow.
Neither has anyone else.
it hasn't mattered.
Wow.
Actually, no. I read the all-female X-Men team book before that got canceled. So
Yeah, I haven't read X-Men in a while. However, I did read that X-Men run, and surprisingly, I kind of liked it. It was kind of neat to see the characters of the past interact with the characters of the future, and to see what they became, what they had become. I like that element, but
Jean kinda became a bitch.
I think that they did it for the sake because they were kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel at that point with X-Men comics, and I think that they still are. Hopefully, with the Death of X coming and things like that, the X-Men will continue to get better. But I don't know. It's like I've said in the past. They're backing all of the Fox stuff into a corner. Like they're really just positioning themselves for to set themselves up to kill them off. So I don't know. We'll see.
They literally are,
Well-
dude. Death of
well,
X.
we know something is coming with Death of X and X-Men v Inhumans, which anyone could have predicted years ago.
Yeah.
But also because their Legends figures are finally getting figures on Legends.
Yeah, which
So
there's a
something
lot
is
of
cooking.
something's cooking in the kitchen. So there's a lot of speculation. Maybe Marvel
Yeah.
was successful in backing them into a corner and forcing Fox's hand.
And the Legion shit.
Well, in the fact too that we finally have a little bit of legwork here, where we see Marvel Entertainment and Fox Studios have quote teamed up to produce Legion, which is the new X-Men show coming out, or X-Men based show. They said that there probably won't be any actual X-Men in the film or in the show, but we'll definitely be seeing mutants. So
Yeah.
Yep.
So the last question is one from a while ago that Nick actually found.
Okay.
Who do you know who asked it?
Yeah, it's Neil.
Oh, okay.
Armstrong?
So, assuming Spider-Man Homecoming is a success, which hopefully it is, how likely do you think Fox will be to make a deal with Marvel about regaining the Fantastic Four shared deal? Personally, I'm really hopeful. Fox stands to gain nothing from holding them. As much as many don't agree, the X-Men franchise has been doing fine and the Four haven't had the best luck. As such, I'm hopeful that this could change given how strong the Marvel Studio brand name is.
Well, I think, Neil, I think you pretty much know what I have to say about that. Yeah, I pretty much just answered that actually a minute ago. Let's
we
hope.
kind of talked about that.
Yeah, let's hope. Like really, X-Men isn't much. Like, I don't think that the X-Men are coming back, plain and simple. But there's definitely hope for Fantastic Four. And it's not even Fantastic Four that I'm hopeful about. It's all the other shit that's related to the Fantastic Four that Fox has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Galactus, Silver Surfer.
Can we just take the other stuff because these specific things we don't want to touch too much?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I think though if Spider-Man does well and it's clear to Fox that they know what they're doing, they can make us money. Why don't we try and do something? There's an example right here, Spider-Man Homecoming. So why don't we get a piece of that? That's what I think they would do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and honestly, like,
dust.
Disney and Marvel would be an unstoppable juggernaut if they could get Fox on their side.
That's if
Unstoppable.
the superhero, like, genre doesn't die by then.
It
DC
won't
is
die.
dead.
Like, I think that Marvel Studios is the one that started the comic book rebrand in Hollywood. They will be the
alpha and the
they,
omega.
Yeah, they are the alpha and the omega of Hollywood. They will be the ones to end it. I think that Kevin Feige is going to let his balls hang out, and he's going to say the comic book franchise dies when I let it die. When
Jesus, I can just picture that. Oh my gosh.
It'll die when I say it dies.
Kevin Feige wearing like Spider-Man Homecoming boxers with one nut out. I shall know when it dies.
I think him and him alone will determine when the comic book when the comic book craze in Hollywood dies. I think that others in the next couple of years will try and fail. I'm not going to name.
Dude,
any
it sounds like you're actually
specifically.
like you're prophesizing like the new king.
Well, I mean,
many will
God,
try,
these
but they will
balls
all
are
fail.
small.
I mean, whether or not you're a fan of Marvel or like Marvel or not, you can't argue with facts. And the fact is that Feige is
that Kevin Feige is the new Messiah.
Feige is the king of Hollywood right now. He really is. He's the man
God,
behind
King
everything.
He's the chosen one.
Whether you like it or not. I mean, like, there's been others who have tried to replicate the power of Feige, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I just think that it's one of those things. He has all the power. He's going to say when it dies and when it doesn't die. So
You got that right.
so far, this franchise is in his good graces, and he is letting it continue and live on. So
it has gone on his good side.
Yeah,
So if
so on
Fox-
that
if
note,
Fox
yeah,
repents-
it's,
On the note of Fox, started on Fox and ended on Fox.
yup.
wow, that's
But,
pottery.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good place to call it for tonight, boys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, thanks guys for listening into this episode. More of a shit
Yeah.
show because we really just produced a shit show rather than an actual podcast.
Yeah,
Hey,
Nick's
man.
sending a bunch of memes, so that's how you know it was a shit show.
Yep.
We did our best. If it's light again like this next week, then maybe we'll actually do a topic, because I know I've wanted to do topics for a while, but we haven't really ever had the chance to.
We could do if you guys have any questions for a topic or something. Like we did the Dream Team last episode. That was kind of fun to go with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd
If you have
be
anything,
cool.
let
So if
us
you guys
know.
have any main themes or topics for an episode you guys want us to just kind of talk about, just let us know.
Yeah, and I know down the road I really want to do that Spider-Man retrospective.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's coming out. That's coming soon.
Get to go back and rewatch those films.
Yup.
Yeah, and also hashtag Ask Marvelite, guys. Don't forget you can.
we gotta promote our
comment section.
commentaries too on Patreon and stuff.
Yeah, go check
Nick,
out.
take it away, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, commentaries on Patreon. Yeah, go check it out.
Good job.
but yeah, that has been the show. Do not forget to like this video, comment the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that shit. But I have been your host this week, My name is Will, and with me we have my regular co-host Luke,
Well, catch you guys next week.
aka Fox Hater.
You
Michael,
know what? I have a right to hate on Fox.
Yes, you do. We got Michael,
Take it sleazy, guys.
aka Wooloo Whale, and
Ooh.
Whale Army, and finally we have Nick,
Yeah, bye. Don't hate me.
aka
Don't kill me.
aka the most powerful editor,
Yes, he is.
So-
He is the almighty editor of this
the
channel.
almighty editor.
So we thank
Peace
you.
easies.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
catch you guys next week.
Be great to yourselves.